What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, about time you made it. Today's video is going to be a fun one as we're going to explore press-on nails a little bit further than the video that I just did, which is my collection video. I've had this set on for 16 days, so that is really good wear time for press-ons. I've heard of people getting 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I got 16 days, and to be honest with you, if I had just reapplied glue, I could have worn these for another 2 weeks. In today's video, you're going to learn how I get my press-ons to last for 2 weeks or more. Okay, ladies, so here we are. As you can see, I am in need of a manicure. Literally on day 16, the entire right hand just popped off. But once the nails begin to get about 2 to 2.5 weeks old, the glue tends to lift, even if the nails themselves are in pretty good condition, is what I've noticed, and they just start to lift off themselves. Which was fine because I was ready for a new set, even though I thoroughly enjoyed these. These were so beautiful. So some things that you're gonna need is I like to have a designated container for my nail stuff. And what I mean is these are just some food containers from takeout. This one I use for acetone for when I need to soak the nails. And then this one I use for oil. As you can see, it's like a little oil drop up here. And I keep the lid to it so that the oil is contained. I keep this underneath my bathroom sink under something that is vinyl, so in case it does spill out, it doesn't damage my cabinets. Also, I have some acetone here. I also have a paper towel here, just nice to have handy for any cleanups and just things that you may not see coming. I also kind of like to lay the paper towel down like they do when you go to the nail salon, just to catch, fallout from you cleaning up your nails. A couple cotton balls here. This actually is just a drawer from one of my acrylic containers. And inside of that, I keep my glue from Kiss. This is the one that I use pretty regularly. I tend to not use the ones that come in the package. Also, I have a buffer, nail buffer, definitely necessary. My Totally Together nail kit. I just picked this up from Ulta about a month ago, and I've been using it ever since. It has just about everything you'll ever need for a manicure set in here. First things first is I need to get these nails together. I still have these 4 that are on there. I still have some glue residue that are stuck to the nails that I need to get removed so that we can have a pretty smooth application when it's time to put on the new nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get these removed. See if I can get any of these lifted since I wanna keep this. And when I do that, I try to see if the sides are loose. Now, you don't want to upset your natural nail, and you don't want to cause yourself any pain and, peeling on your natural nail. And this was a really good nail fit. So like as far as the number and the sizing, but yeah, look, it's coming up pretty easy. Normally I would just soak this off and call it a day, but because I want to keep these, that's why I'm being a little bit more delicate with how I remove them. Just so I could show you what I would normally do to remove a set, I put a little bit of the acetone in the corner of this container here, and I'm just gonna stick this finger, because it's the only one left, right here in the corner, just to absorb that acetone and get that nail removed. All right, ladies, so next up, I like to just go ahead and start cleaning up the cuticle. So I'm gonna go ahead into my second container with the oil in there. And again, I'm fairly informal here. I have the oils in here, so I'm just gonna pick it up and start rubbing it onto generously, if you see that, onto my fingers and around my cuticle, because I really wanna make sure that my nail has an opportunity to, or my fingers, my cuticle, has the chance to get some really good conditioning and moisture, because it has been 16 days since my last manicure. And I'm gonna let this sit on just like this. I have some coffee here, and I'm just gonna sit here and chill out. If the oil isn't something that you feel comfortable with for whatever reason, water is just as effective. You can get yourself a little bit of soap water if you want, or you can just go ahead and stick your fingers in warm water and just let your cuticle soften up. That is the whole point of this, is to soften the cuticle. I like the oil because it's also conditioning. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I clean my bed up. I use this tool because I've been soaking my nails for quite some time now. And I went ahead and cleaned this hand up. I actually had the oil on my fingers for about a good 35 minutes, so even longer than normal. This is double-sided. This side curves a little bit. You see that little lift it has there? And then this side is flat. So I still have the oil on my nail. So if you see, I'll just go here. I'll use my index finger, and I'm just gonna gently, I'm taking the side of that, just taking the side. I'm kind of using my other finger to pull back the cuticle a little bit, and I'm just gently picking up and scraping away that dead skin around the nail. And I'm pushing back the cuticle just a tad, not much, because my cuticles are in relatively good shape because I do this every 2 weeks. You can use the edges to scrape this off too. If you get one that feels a little like it's stuck and it's not really coming out, you just kind of use it to scrape it off. And you can see it on here. See that? It's your dead skin, and now when you go back over it, it starts feeling very smooth. So that's what that looks like now that it's cleaned up. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this middle finger. Going through here, cleaning that up, guys, cleaning it up. Look at that, you see? Looking all nasty. Getting all that gunking stuff off my nail. Same thing here. All right, look at that. We're not done though, so we've got to go back and get the dead skin, the rest of the dead skin off. Get the rest of the nail bed cleaned up. So I'm going to use these scissors, nail scissors, and I'm just going to gently lift where the cuticle is showing that it needs to naturally come off. Like, I'm not going to trim off any skin that is not naturally lifting. Like, there's some natural lift happening right here. You could also use the tip of this to kind of get out anything in the corners that may be stuck from your previous cleanup, and just trim, gently trim, guys. Okay, guys, now that we have the nail bed cleaned up, I pushed back the cuticle, cleaned up what I could, that I could see, right? With the oil on my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my fingers. Here we go, hands have been washed. Cuticles are looking so much better. All right, ladies, time to file and buff and trim down the nails. So I'm gonna go ahead using this nail file here. It comes in that set. It's actually a lot softer than I'm used to using, but it'll do the job. We'll just have to file probably a little bit longer. I actually like coarse nail files that have a good combination of like the coarse side and the softer side, but both of these sides are pretty soft. But I like to focus on the, like right in here, the inner part of the nail, and file that down really good. Because if that starts peeking through your press-on, or underneath it rather, that's a really good way to give away what's happening on your fingers, right? You don't want people to know you're wearing press-ons. It should look like a manicured salon set. Okay, ladies, so I had to turn this portion of the video into a voiceover. So as you can see here, I'm just basically applying the Kiss nail glue. This is super self-explanatory. The nails have been fully manicured. And if you can see on the other hand, I already have my set on. This set is one that I hauled from Amazon. It's a matte black coffin set. And the accent nail, the cheetah accent nail, is one that I decorated with stickers that I got from the sticker set that came from Sephora. I put a little top coat on it, and it kind of added a little bit of a crackling look to it, which actually made it kind of cool, but that's what you're seeing me apply here. So you're holding down the sides of the nail to secure that glue. And I'm going to change the shape now. The coffin shape is really cute. I like it a lot. And I wear it occasionally, but on my hand, I really do love the oval stiletto, almost ballerina type shape. So I'm going to go ahead and just round out this shape. So I clip off the just the tips of them on the side like you saw me do. And I'm just going to go ahead and further define the shape by just filing down the sides to where they're a little pointy or stiletto-y. And I'll just keep doing that until I get my desired shape and it's even. So just using the coarse side, and this is what I end up with. I love this shape. It's my favorite. When I am done, I like to take that nail buffer, excuse me, my voice just cracked, and make sure that I don't have any, rough pieces or nails, flyaways hanging around. A couple things that I want to share with you guys, some benefits of wearing press-on nails. No unwanted chipped nails is probably the biggest benefit for me. I can't tell you how many times I would go to the salon, spend, I don't even know, depending on what kind of style I was getting, and I never got elaborate styles because I knew they were going to cost crazy amounts of money that I wasn't willing to spend on just my hands. So I would go to the salon, get a gel set, basic colors, right? The next day, sometimes the same day, I'd walk out and chip a nail, doing maybe opening up my car door, taking a pot from my pot and pan drawer. Unchipped nails are one of the things that I enjoy the most. No salon wait times. How many times did you make an appointment, get there, there's a slew of people ahead of you, the salon staff is behind because they're trying to service folks that are walk-ins as well as the people who've made appointments, and you're just sitting there. No salon revisits. How many times left the salon with a beautiful set of new nails, open up a car door, do something basic, and your nails chip, and now you need to go back to the salon to redo that one or two nail that got fragmented in the process of doing whatever you were doing. These nails are relatively inexpensive. Even if you do a custom set, it oftentimes will cost you less than what you would have paid for a full set in the salon. Press-on nails are versatile. You can mix and match boxes, brands, styles, colors, shapes, even if you want to. I personally like continuity, so all my shapes will have to be the same, but I would take maybe a stiletto heel type, stiletto type shape nail and go ahead and mix that with maybe two other boxes to get a very customized, unique look. You can also use nail art on standard, like if you have a matte set and you want to kind of jazz it up a little bit, you can take some nail art and really have your own fun and make it your own. So a couple questions that I want to go ahead and answer for you guys as it relates to press-ons. How long do press-ons last? I think it depends on the quality of the nail, right? It depends on who makes the nail. The Kiss line, their masterpiece line, is gonna naturally last longer than maybe their standard line. And that is usually because there's more detailing on the nails. The nails have a thicker coating, if you will. So they just naturally last longer. They're, thicker nails. Custom nails usually tend to do a good job as far as lasting some time. So of course, again, they're putting a lot more detail into them. They're probably using a higher quality nail. So it just depends on where the nails are coming from, as in who makes them, and how much detail goes into the nail. It's kind of really going to determine how long the nail lasts. Also, another thing that's going to determine how long your nails last is how busy are you when you have them on. Are you cooking, cleaning, or is your life very active? Are you, what are you doing? Are you typing all day? All those things are going to matter. I, for one, am very active in my life. I type, I cook, I clean. How rough are you when you do those things? I'm a lot more cognizant now of the, let's say, pressure that I might put on snagging the trash bag out of the can. But nonetheless, I want to live. I don't want to feel like my nails are causing me to be restrictive. Or restricted. So I'm going to make sure that whatever I do, I'm keeping that in mind, right? I'm gonna pick a set that's gonna fit my lifestyle. So if you're very, very busy, let's say you have little boys, maybe a short set is gonna be the set for you for this time in your life. So pick sets that are specific to the life that you live and are gonna just enhance that lifestyle. You don't wanna have to, feel annoyed because you have on a long set of nails or an extra long set of nails. You're trying to get your Cardi B on, but you have, little boys at home 5 and 8 years old, and that's just not fitting the lifestyle, right? You've got to put, football gear in the back of the car, and you just have too much going on for that type of a nail situation. Maybe that's something you do when they're a little bit older, right? How long does it realistically take to apply your nails? Again, this is going to depend on how much effort you're putting into it on the front end. So for me, it takes about an hour from start to finish. And that's because I'm moving slower, I'm cleaning up my cuticles pretty well, that type of thing. Okay guys, so to recap, the things that you wanna do so that you can have a wonderful press-on nail experience are gonna be properly remove your press-ons. If this is gonna be your first set of press-ons, then there's nothing to remove, but you wanna make sure that the prep process, as far as your natural nail bed, is ready for a press-on. On the back of your press-ons, they usually tell you what to do. It's pretty self-explanatory. No one ever wants to read the back or the pamphlet, right? They just want to get straight to application. It's a little bit more involved than just taking it out of the pack and pressing it onto your nail. You want to make sure that you cut down your real nails. File the sides of your real nails. So that way, depending on whatever your style is, your natural nail will start peeking through as the weeks go on, and it won't disrupt the flow and the style of the press-on. Properly manicure your hands with a conditioning oil of some sort, coconut oil, olive oil, whatever. Pick an oil that you prefer, use that to condition your hands prior to, let that sit on for about 10 minutes, get a good condition, and then start your manicure process. Be sure to gently but effectively push the cuticle back. This is gonna make for a very natural finish. Wash your hands well before you apply the press-ons. After you do your oil and you let that soak into the skin and you clean up the cuticle bed, wash your hands. Feel free to give your nails a rest. Sometimes the nail bed can get a little soft, or not soft, but sore. And listen, don't go causing yourself pain just to put on a new set. Give yourself a day or two, let your nail bed rest, give it some time, and go ahead and put on your next set. You could even give yourself 2 hours to just give your nail bed a little bit of time to rest and almost air out. That you use some acetone to clean up the nail bed. This is super important, and a lot of people skip this process. And I think the reason they skip this step is because they think it's unnecessary. It's like, I just washed my hand, the oil is gone. You would be surprised how much oil you could leave behind in the hand washing process. So effectively wash your hands, but do not skip the step of taking a cotton ball with some acetone on it and just gently going around the cuticle in the nail bed to clear up any excess oil that you may have left behind. Decide on the proper nail size. This is super important. Nail sizes can be tricky because everyone is different. Our hands are different. Mine may not look the exact same as someone else. My nail beds may be larger, my nail beds may be smaller. I may have very tiny hands and very tiny nail beds. So you want to make sure, and all brands are not created equal here. So Kiss's brand is pretty like across the board. They're designed, of course, being a large manufacturer, they're gonna be designed to fit a variety of different hand sizes. However, that doesn't mean they fit every hand size. So Kiss and Ardell, I can already tell you, are very different. Ardell, their nail bed measurements are a lot smaller than Kiss. So I have a harder time, and I usually have to adjust the sizes for my Ardell nails. But for my Kiss nails, I can just use the same exact size for every single box that has the name Kiss on it. So you want to kind of figure out what your nail sizes is per manufacturer, and it will not be a bad idea to speed up your time in the future to kind of just make note of that. Write it down somewhere or put it in your notes on your phone and just put Kiss, thumb is 0, pointer finger is 1, or whatever it might be for you, And that just speeds up your time next time, and you just lay them out and just pop them on. Another important thing when you're deciding on your nail size is more beneficial. It looks a lot more natural and beautiful if you don't go too big. If you don't find a size in the pack that fits your nail to perfection, go slightly smaller. Pick a size, and you'll see this in the demo. Just go a tad bit smaller, so that way you don't end up with something that looks clunky. Have you ever seen, like, when they advertise press-ons sometimes, they look like press-ons. They're sitting like on the skin almost. You don't want that. When it's time to apply the nail, you want to gently press right underneath the cuticle. You just want to take the nail, push it back slightly, just like they do when you're in the salon, to flush your cuticle and that press-on. It just makes it look like it's a very natural set, especially if you use a natural finish, like the shape of your nail. Let's say it's an oval shape. It's such a natural looking shape, most people won't even know that it's not yours. This is important. Do not over apply your glue. Over applying glue is going to cause the glue to bleed out. It's going to end up on your fingers. You're going to want to naturally wipe it off. It's going to end up on the nail. After you put your glue on, you take your press-on and just give it a gentle press in the center of the nail. That is going to allow the glue to adhere to your nail, your natural nail, and then you go on the outside of the nail and give it just a gentle press. So that way it can flush on the outside of the nail as well as in the center, and that helps the nail, your natural nail, and the press-on to fuse, become one almost, and that is going to help your longevity. On some of the nails, especially the ones that are coffin, they tend to have a little tab on the end of the nail, and it is so beneficial to just go ahead and file that down. It's going to make it look nice, seamless, salon worthy. Don't leave that little nasty tab at the end. Okay, YouTube, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it was pretty comprehensive. I wanted to make sure that everything that I've learned over the last almost 4 months now of wearing press-ons, that I was able to share with you guys so that you can get your press-ons to last and maximize your pack or packs and your collection as a whole. Press-ons are really inexpensive, but why not take something that can be and is inexpensive and stretch it out even further so that you can spend less. And guys, that is it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, share this video. This one I feel like has so much awesome content in it as it relates to press-ons. So don't forget to share that with some folks that you think might benefit from the details. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any cool tips and tricks that can be shared with those viewing this video. Let me know what your favorite set, if you already have some, of press-ons are. I'm very curious because I might not have them and I might want them. So I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.